with Dimedon, it's a breeze. Dimedon comes in great tasting orange and strawberry flavours, making it easier for kids to take. There you go. So, the next time your child has pain or fever, bring the smile back with Dimedon. The trick is in the taste.
Health insurance with no gap optical offers, with 60 to 70% back on extras, and no annual limits on emergency ambulance services. Plus, your dependents are covered till 31, with no excess when they're under 21. There's plenty more where that came from.
Lucky you're with Amy.
Tonight, an SA plan to ban young kids from social media, but how would it be policed? One of the state's most wanted fugitives brought home to face a murder charge. Exclusive new details in the case of a Port Lincoln man facing drugs charges in Bali. We're live to Denpasar. From celebrating new life to remembering mums no longer with us, how Adelaide's mark Mother's Day. And a real arm wrestle for the Crows as they try to stay in touch with the top 8.
Live from Adelaide, 7 News with Mike Smithson.
How they're doing it, a little later in 7 News. We're heading to the beach on Flashback tonight to look at a development that changed the face of the bay. Holdfast Shores divided public opinion back in the 90s as previously open space gave way to high-end real estate.
Summer 1979. When there wasn't much else at the end of Anzac Highway other than a very large car park and Cookie's Kitchen. This view looks very different today.
It was a tough project.
Bob Borman was the chairman of the consortium behind Holdfast Shores.
It was traumatic for me. I mean, I wasn't a political animal at all.
And building anything at Adelaide's most famous beach was always going to be political.
Do you want economic development and do you want jobs created and do you want us to take a step forward or don't you?
The Holdfast Shores development was at least the third major proposal for the mouth of the Pat. This was the plan in 1991.
Features include a ferry terminal with a high-speed catamaran service to Kangaroo Island, a boating marina and 130 waterfront apartments.
And before that was Jubilee Point.
This is Jubilee Point Mark II, a modified version of the original plan, which attracted a hostile response from residents groups, conservationists and adjoining beachside councils.
They'd had 2 or 3 goes the government had because the government owned the land.
But getting Holdfast Shores off the drawing board wasn't easy. First, a new home had to be found for the Glenelg Sailing Club and the Sea Rescue Squadron.
The Sailing Club used to launch where the Marina East is now. We had a Sea Rescue Squadron on the other side. We had a lacrosse club who was playing on Wigley Reserve.
They also had to overcome environmental and aesthetic concerns. The original plan was for something that would have looked quite different, taller towers with more space around them.
But the planners didn't want that, and we ended up agreeing that we would build no higher than the tallest Norfolk Island pine, and that's why we've ended up with a very long building there.
Shifting the build-up of sand from the southern breakwater to the north is the major environmental issue, but the developers are confident they can manage that problem.
We put a big sleeve through the breakwater, which I don't think has ever been used, to pump the sand back on the North Glenelg beach.
It took a long time to satisfy all the interested parties.
Developers say they've played by the rules for 2 years and any delays will mean it's impossible to proceed and unfair on project investors.
We're developers, we're not politicians, we're just people who put our money up in South Australia to get projects up.
The project finally got the green light in 1997.
A day to take a quantum step forward in meeting the needs of South Australians in the future.
Tenders are now being called for construction of the $40 million first stage of the project, with the major beachfront marina pier development the first to be built.
The old car park is now a distant memory. Bob's proud of what his team achieved, but acknowledges not everyone likes it.
Maybe the jury's still out. I think it's given Adelaide a thing on the beach that's still very good even now when I see it. So yeah, I'm still pretty happy about it.
Are you allowed back there these days?
Oh, banned. It's Glenelg.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't go to Glenelg.